Hello, everyone. This is Ken with Little Church Big Heart, and I'm coming to you with another weekly Lord's Day encouragement. I hope you're having a good week. I hope all of the panic and all of the crisis that's going on with coronavirus isn't affecting your ministry too much as we move here through March 2020. Seems like the world is an interesting place, to say the least. So what I want to talk to you today, though, is about something that might help you with a little bit of stress relief or stress reduction. We pastors tend to be, people don't understand how stressful of a job it is unless you've been in it. And so one of the things I did was I found that my stress was being elevated to the point where I was constantly on my phone. And the phone itself became a source of stress. Do you find yourself in the morning, as I did, where I would get up, I would unplug my phone from the charger, and the first thing I would do is I would go to check messages and go to check emails and stuff like that. Well, if something important might have come in during the night. And then what do? You're still sitting on the edge of your bed. You haven't done anything else, and the first thing you do is why not just go ahead and you open up Facebook and you see what your friends have posted and things like that. And the next thing you know, before you've done anything else, before you even had your morning coffee, before you've prayed, before you've read the Bible, you've been filled with the stress of the day. And I hated that. And I found myself all day being sucked into this device where all the world's garbage was constantly being poured out to me through this thing. And what I did was I decided to do what I call lobotomizing my smartphone. I turned my smartphone into a dumb phone, which is something that I found in Mark Comer's book, The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. And I really, to be honest with you, cannot recommend it more. It has been a great relief. Now, let me tell you why I took this route. I thought many times about doing the flip phone, about just get rid of the smartphone, go to the flip phone, flip it open. I can do texts and stuff like that, and I can call and just use it as a phone. Well, that's great, except that I do text a lot, and I need to be able to sometimes send out mass texts. And so it's easier for me to communicate with my board and my church elders through text. And my family, really my kids would rather text than anything. So we do quick texting back and forth as a group. And if you've ever tried to text on a flip phone with these bratwursts that I call thumbs, you'll know it's not going to work very well. I used to hate when I had a smartphone or when I had a flip phone, I used to hate trying to text. It drove me nuts. So I couldn't go back to that. And there are also other apps that I use that really I wouldn't have, and I do truly need them for ministry or for caring for my family now because they make life so much easier. But there's so much stuff on here that doesn't. And so, you see, John Comer recommends stripping everything off and just having it where it's really just a phone, even disabling your browser, even removing texting, all of that. And I couldn't do all of that. But what I did was I did kind of a simpler version of it. I stripped off all social media off my phone. I no longer have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any of those on my phone. I do have YouTube, but that's because I create these videos. And I need to be able to go in and look into analytics sometimes or to respond to messages that people send me because it is important to respond back quickly in something like this. I kept Facebook Messenger on there because it allows me to do video chatting with family overseas. And we also have an app that's specialized for Korea where I have a lot of family living. I left that. What I did, though, was I didn't take email off my phone, but I did move it over to behind the home screen. So I have to flip to get to it. And then everything else, other than I have those apps that I have to flip to and find to use, but everything else I put into folders on the home screen, and they're named according to what they are. I have a lot of travel apps on there because we do travel, and some of these are useful when I'm out of the state or out of the country. Also personal files, so I can access personal files if somebody calls me and they need, for example, often I might be at a place buying something for the church and I need our tax exempt certificate, things like that. And then ministry needed things. And a couple useful like Bible app and stuff like that right on the desktop. And that's it. I find myself no longer delving into my phone every time I'm bored. I find myself picking up my phone much less. What I do when I come into the office, I check Facebook and social media, I check my email, I check it again at lunch, and I do all of that again before I go home in the evening. And that's it for the rest of the day. I do not touch any of that from home on my days off or in the evenings. And it is so reduced stress. If you haven't thought about it, the things coming in off your Facebook feed and your social media feeds are some of the most stressful things you're going to face during the day. And it's allowed me to concentrate more on the Word and concentrate more on my people and even those around me. And it's interesting, I've started to notice more and more that lock glare on the phone, the eyes set, and we're just everybody there. And I see it all around me. And I think that's something that shouldn't be true of us pastors. I'm not judging you if you use your phone a lot. I did too, and I had to take this step. I pray for you. I hope you do well. Hey, if you like these videos, please make sure and hit the like button down below to let me know that you enjoy them. Also, make sure to share them with your friends, with your other pastors that you know, and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified of future videos. I try to put one of these out every Friday so that you can see it going into the Lord's Day. I hope you enjoy it. Take care.